Hey YouTubers, I wasn't going to make this video, but I've ended up with Paranoia. Yeah, Paranoia. Yeah, sounds a bit comical, doesn't it? Paranoia? What are you on about? Well, I bought quite a few of these. Well, 4. And they're the Raspberry Pi 2Ws. You can pick these up dead cheap. I mean, I think I paid £15 a piece for these. And my intention was, I was messing about on YouTube, and I come across a video about pihole, and I thought, oh, what's that? Pihole. Turns out it's like your own little DNS ad blocker and cookies and stop people getting your data and all the rest of it. So I looked into it a bit more and thought, well, this looks interesting. It can pass a bit of time for me. You know what I mean? So I bought 2 boards, 2 Raspberry Pi Zero 2Ws. I bought 2 of them. Then I bought these Perspex covers or cases with a little heat sink. So I think altogether each board has cost me about 20 quid. Yeah. And I followed a little tutorial online how to set up Pihole and Unbound. Now it's meant to, like, I don't know, I mean, I'm no expert with Linux and all this kind of stuff, DNS and networking and MAC addresses and blah blah blah, but from my understanding is this runs a little DNS server, if you call it a server, I don't know. And it blocks traffic, or you set up Pihole on here, and then you add block lists, so it blocks whatever, you know what I mean, that's going in and out and so on. Anyway, cut a long story short, I did all that, managed to set it up on my Uni-Fi network, and yeah, I've got Pihole Paranoia now. You know what I mean? I mean, good God. The amount of stuff coming in and out is unreal. And this is probably just what I see on this Pihole. You know what I mean? It's scary. It does scare you. You know what I mean? Because you go out and you get your Virgin Media modem and you plug it up to your PCs, and then you plug it up to your telly and your Alexa and all your IoT devices and God knows what, and you ain't got a clue what's coming in and coming out. You know what I mean? It is bloody scary. That is a nice way of putting it. I've gone as far as my phone scared me. My iPhone scared the living daylights out of me. You know what I mean? What's coming in and out on that is absolutely unreal. You know what I mean? The traffic coming in and out of that when I'm asleep at night doing nothing, that's in standby mode being charged, scared the living daylights out of me. I took the SIM out of my iPhone. I bought a Nokia. What is it? Can't remember what model this is. Nokia 110. And it does the... Yeah, I mean, it's unlocked to all networks. You know what I mean? No Wi-Fi. I don't know if there's Bluetooth on it, but it's just a phone to dial out, get text messages and send text messages. That's it. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any snooping on this. I don't think there's anything going in and out. Only the cell provider's location or whatever else. You know what I mean? I mean, it's bare minimum compared to that. Jesus Christ. The amount that does, without you knowing about it, you're oblivious to it. You know what I mean? I used to be oblivious to it, all because of pihole, of what pihole shows me. And don't get me wrong, pihole is probably like some novice version of what is actually really happening. But this has opened my eyes. We'll pop over to pihole now. Let me show you. So we'll nip over to pihole. Right. Just bear with me. So there we go. So right. So 192.168.10.24 is my main pihole. It's the one that I use with my computers. So if I just pop in, just bear with me a sec, I'll just pop in the password for this pihole. Yeah, it takes me a while because I can't see. But let's log in here. Oh gosh, wait a minute. Right, so if we log in here, right, we're in the pihole. This is the main pihole that I run on my virtual LAN, VLAN if you like, for my main computers and my phone. There's no IoT devices connect to this or nothing. Now, if we look here at this bar graph, you can obviously see when I'm awake, when things are online and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? Now, all these little red bar things here are queries that have been blocked. Look. So you'll see at 1340 there was X amount blocked, X amount cached, and X amount forwarded. If we look down the list, now this is the one that's got my TV connected to it. For some reason I run my TV on my main management VLAN. I don't run it on an IoT VLAN. And it's solely because I'm not that clued up on firewall rules with Unify. And it's down to me NASAs. So when all my NASAs are running, you know what I mean, they need to be on the same VLAN. But if you look here, look, the very top, see they're top permitted domains, top block domains. Look at the top. I've got a TLC TV in the front room. Look, 6,494 times that's been blocked. You know what I mean? I mean, absolutely amazing. All the rest of it, look, is Microsoft.com, iCloud, Facebook, Apple. Don't know what that is. Yeah, Microsoft again. That's all my phone. So, IP address there, look, 10.246 is my TV. Look at the top blocks. Look at what that's trying to transmit out to some weird website or some AITCLking.com. Jesus, that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's come to this. This is my IoT VLAN. This is where all my lights, you know, the cheap Chinese Wi-Fi lights, Wi-Fi plugs, kettles, fireplace, and not to mention Amazon Alexa shows. I have 4 in my place. Look at that. Right the way through the day. That is just constant, relentless. It's blocking 86% of queries that are going out. That's blocking. It's mental. Absolutely mental. And look, you can see what's been let through here on the list. Yeah. And then what's been blocked. I mean, God knows what that is. These. Amazon, API, EU West Delivery.net. God knows what that is. Amazon, Trace Server, Cluster Firebat, Prime Video, Amazon, Made EU, Amazon. You know what I mean? Right, here we go. Look at the client list. Now the main 4 top ones for being blocked is the Amazon Alexa Show 15 in the front room. That's that one. That's on 59, 30.59. I've got another Amazon in my kitchen, another Amazon in my bedroom, another Amazon in my computer room. All top being blocked. You can go to, is it Query Log? Yeah, Query Log, and then Live Update and watch it. Look at it, Amazon. It's mental. Do you know, I'd just like to make a point is I get no ads on my Amazon shows now. You know, before I was running Pihole, I used to get ads popping up. Oh, Machine Mart tool bag. I don't know, dog food and this and that and the other. Yeah, don't get none of that now. Pihole Paranoia. Look at it. Look at it flashing away like God knows what. This is relentless. You know what I mean? Absolutely relentless. I don't know if I'm being paranoid or not. You know what I mean? Some might go, oh my God, he's took his phone out. He's took his SIM out his phone. He's paranoid. You know what I mean? I don't think it is. You know what I mean? Especially when you've had your eyes open to what's actually going on. You know what I mean? Before I upgraded my network to Unify, I went the Unify route. So I got a Dream Machine, I got some switches and all the rest of it. That opened my eyes. And I wasn't subscribing to any firewall in the Unify thing. It was just purely what I'd bought. And that used to pop up stuff about this and that and the other. But yeah, this Pihole has really changed me. I mean, we're in the day and age now, digital ID and God knows what, and snooping and looking at your bank details and frigging God knows where else. You can't go for a piss without someone watching or snooping. You know what I mean? But this is ridiculous. You know what I mean? So you imagine all this traffic is ending up on your ISP, getting logged. You know what I mean? Scary. Absolutely scary. You know what I mean? I mean, I have got another one there. What's that one? That's That's on another VLAN that's not being used. And you can see there are pulses and traffic and God knows what going on. I mean, nothing blocked at the minute, look. You know what I mean? But you can see certain things that's going on. So even when you're not using a VLAN, there are stuff that's going on. But yeah, I mean, let's query log this. This is my main. So let's have a look, see what pops up on that. I mean, WhatsApp, where's that come from? 1017, that's my mobile phone. And yet I'm not using it. You know what I mean? All 1017 look along there. I mean, where's that coming from? Why is that doing that? I mean, alright, mostly it's WhatsApp and Outlook. What else is it? Apple.com. It's crazy. Right, I tell you what. Let me go. In fact, I ain't even going to go in the front room. I can go, Alexa, turn the room on.
I'm not quite sure how to help you.
Alexa, turn the room on.
Okay.
That'll turn my TV on. Right, watch this now. Wait till the switch turns on, it turns my TV on. I'm expecting that to start flashing like hell. With TCL something or other. You know what I mean? Has it even turned the TV on? I don't know. Google's coming up. This is all off my TV. Look at it. I mean, what is all that? Play Google. Here we go. There's the TCL then. Pythons. YouTube. AI TCL. That's relentless. If you look at the IP addresses, 192.168.10.246 is my TV. So anything flashing up, I've only just turned the TV on. You know what I mean? It ain't going to stop. It will just be relentless now from the minute to the minute you turn the TV off. I mean, there's videos on YouTube showing you and telling you about smart TVs, tracking you, listening to your voice and all the rest of it. Mate, I used to be sceptic, but no. I totally believe it now. I've been through my TV. I've spent probably an hour going through all the menu system and settings and everything. I've turned locked as much down on that TV as you can possibly lock down. And yet, look at the logs. Just watch it. Look. How's that? Every second trying to communicate with some Chinese website or God knows what else. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at it. Relentless. You know what I mean? This is all what you would never see if you just had a, I don't know, Virgin Media or EE or a BT modem and just plugged all your crap to it. You know what I mean? You'd never know. Same with your phone. When you go to bed and you plug your phone in, then it starts doing all weird stuff. You know what I mean? You'd never know. Never in a million years would you know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just look at it. I mean, if you do a Google search on aitclking.com, it'll probably tell you that it's harmless. I don't believe a word they're saying. I don't believe the government. I don't believe anything about tracking, advertising, analytics, whatever else. Call me paranoid. You know what I mean? I blame pihole. Yeah. Look at it. How's that normal? How is that normal? You know what I mean? I don't get it. And there's probably stuff that's going through my network and getting pinged to my ISP or roaming onto another website that even I don't know about. You know what I mean? But this is what I can pick up at the minute through how much I know. But yeah, it's scary. Scary. You know what I mean? Absolutely scary. You know what I mean? Like I say, most people are oblivious to it. But a £20 board off eBay with a bit of knowledge and a bit of setup, you know what I mean? You can stop a lot of this. But that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, that. For TCL to be doing that every, I don't know, 3 seconds or 10 seconds or wherever it is, that's ridiculous. Should be a law. Should be a law out. All that red there, most of that red there in that list, in that, across that there, what is it, 12 hours or 10 hours or 5 hours, whatever it is, all that red is down to my TV, or most of it is down to my TV. Look there, you know what I mean? See it? If I put 1,000, look at it all. Look at all that. You know what I mean? What's this, milliseconds or whatever? Every whatever milliseconds, what's that? So 70.6, and then it's done it again at 70.8. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. Look at the list. You know what I mean? Am I paranoid? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? List all queries. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm probably, I don't know. I mean, people are probably sat there going, "Oh no, you're being over dramatic," and yeah, it ain't as bad as that, and you know what I mean? I mean, what are they trying to gather? Do you know, I've gone as far, there's a switch on the bottom of TCL TVs that I've not read the manual, but I can imagine it's not going to be written in the manual, but there's a switch on the bottom of your TV, right, where you switch it and it turns the microphone off. Now, yeah, alright, they've given you an option to turn the microphone off. Now, is it really turned off? Who's I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. But they've gone out their way, TCL have gone out their way to make it absolutely horrendous for you to turn that mic off. Because what you do is when you turn the switch and you switch the mic off and it says on the telly the microphone has been switched off, it shines 4 LEDs at you. So you sat there now watching TV with 4 LEDs shining in your face. You know what I mean? Not put the LEDs on when the microphone's on. Put the LEDs off. Put the LEDs on when the microphone's off. You know what I mean? Just to annoy you and think, oh, sod that, I'm going to switch them back on because can't be doing with that 4 LEDs shining in your face. And not only that, the remote has got a microphone in. So is the remote there transmitting your recordings, your voice, back to the TV and then sending it to tclking.com? You know what I mean? So I took my remote to bits and I cut the track leading to the microphone. I thought, sod it. You know what I mean? You ain't listening to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, cut it. I mean, if ever I need to reactivate it, I can just solder a little bit of solder across the cut that I've made on the track. Simple as that. You know what I mean? But it gets you thinking. It's same with like Windows 11. I mean, the amount of stuff that's talking back to. I installed Windows 10. I went back from Windows 11. I went back from Windows 11 to Windows 10, and I installed the IoT. What was it called? Let me have a look. Where is it? Yeah, IoT LTSC version. Now we all know that Windows 10 don't get updates anymore, or the Windows 10 that normal people install. Well, if you go to this website here called massgrave.div, div. Yeah, I'm a div. But yeah, if you go to the massgrave.div, there's the ISO files here for Windows 10 IoT. It's the 22H2. You know what I mean? This is the version that I installed. Now it's like a really stripped back version of Windows that's got none of that crappy spying malarkey and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? I mean, they do all different versions. I mean, if you come on this website, look, they do Windows 11 stripped back, IoT or business or whatever they want to call it. There you go, look, IoT Enterprise, LTSC. That is the version I'd install if I wanted Windows 11. You know what I mean? Same with Windows 10, look. Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC. So that's the version I would install, and that gets updates to 2032, I think it is. You know what I mean? So go and get yourself that. Get rid of that bloody crap that you've got on that's chucking all your analytics and data and snooping and microphone and God knows what else. Go and get that. You know what I mean? That's your best bet. But yeah, do you know something as well? Right? I took the SIM card out my iPhone. I used to get bombarded with text messages, phone calls constantly, all scams, WhatsApp messages. I used to get all that. Do you know something? Since I've put it in this Nokia, I've had one scam call from, I don't know, plus 64 from Spain or somewhere like that. Been nothing compared to that. Absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? That's the worst thing you can have on you. Worst thing you can use, carry around with you, use day in, day out. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Phone calls, text messages. That's it. That's it. Go with that. There's a lot of people out there now. I mean, these used to be called burner phones. You know what I mean? You'll find nowadays that most people are going to be reverting back to something like this. Alright, they might use their iPhone at home when they're on the Wi-Fi to use WhatsApp and, I don't know, you can still pay with your card, Apple Pay, you know what I mean, when you go into a shop, but there'll be no internet connection, there'll be no cellular connection, there'll be no tracking, nothing. It won't be speaking out, it won't be speaking in. You know what I mean? Crazy. And another thing is, you ain't getting digital ID on that. When they go to you, why ain't you got digital ID? Where's your digital ID? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I ain't getting it. You know what I mean? F you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm taking a stand. That's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Call me a moron, call me whatever, I don't care. You know what I mean? I'd rather leave that at home now and just totally disregard it and knock you. You know what I mean? Simple as that. Phone calls and texts. Alright, you can ping a cell site and see where I am. I don't give a flying knackers. You know what I mean? It's off. Well, it's more than half of what that's going to be doing to you. You know what I mean? Camera listening to you, microphone spying on you, and God knows what else. You know what I mean? All the analytics and God knows. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, call me paranoid, call me whatever, I'm not bothered. Just my thought. You know what I mean? Just my 2-bit to how things are going in the world nowadays. You know what I mean? But another note, if anyone wants, I mean, I'm no expert, I don't know nothing about Linux, I don't know anything about anything. But if anyone wants me to do a little video and show you how to get one of these boards, set it up with pihole, and then install inbound and give you my list. I mean, I think I've got about 10 million blocks. So I've got a 10 million block list. I mean, if you want me to do a video showing you how to do it, or how I've done it, I mean, I'll not be able to show you how to set it up with your network, with your router or whatever else, but I mean, I'm sure there's loads of videos out there that can show you how to set it up on your router, whether you've got EE, Virgin, O2, BT, whatever else, you know what I mean, Unify, Cisco, whatever. There's loads of videos out there showing you how to integrate one of these to your network. I mean, it's dead easy. I mean, all I had to do was go into my Unify setup and just, instead of it using the default DNS, I set it to use the DNS of this. So when I set this up and plug it into my network, it takes its own IP address. So I just tell my Unify network to use this IP address as the DNS server. You know what I mean? It was so easy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, like I say, I can't show you how to set it up with your network because everyone's different, but I can sure as hell give you a dummy guide on how to set one of these up and configure it. So if you want that, drop it in the comments below, and if we get enough people, I'll show you how to do it. Anyway, that's me rant to me rave. You know what I mean? For one night, I thought I'd have a bitch and a moan, and this was it. So, right, girls and guys, I'll catch you on the next video.